Hey, this is Front Row Dave. We are here on Saturday, May 7th, 2011. On my way down to New Jersey Performing Arts Center tonight from the fans. We got the fans of the one and only Jon Anderson from Yes. He is going to be putting on an incredible solo performance this evening. He's been touring recently with his solo project. I saw it a couple years ago. Incredible talent on stage. Good mix of solo material, vintage Yes material, Jon Anderson and Vangelis material. Last time I caught him, he played some of that as well. Some fantastic tunes played. Right now we're on Route 17 on the New Jersey, heading on down to Newark. We're getting off the highway here, getting off the Garden State Parkway down in Jersey. Oh, what do we got here? We got something going on down on Route 21 in New Jersey.
Hey, Val.
Just a little bit north of the Newark. We got an accident, folks. We got the cops. We got the New Jersey State Police on the scene. We're just arriving at NJPAC, pulling in, heading into the VIP parking area for tonight's show. Cool.
Here's the bistro.
All right, it's Front Row Dave. We're here with episode number 13 of From the Fans with Jon Anderson from Yes. Jon is just on his solo tour. He is kicking ass again, rocking out many, many great tunes. He's playing some old Yes songs. He's playing some stuff off of his solo tours. He's playing some Jon Anderson and Vangelis material. He is just non-stop going all out, creating some great energy out there for his fans. Every show has been packed. Tons of people, tons of classic Yes songs, awesome Yes fans coming out to see the production. This year, Jon's doing it all solo again, which is a great thing. I saw it a few years ago, upstate New York, and it was a fantastic concert, a fantastic concept. One guy doing the whole band all on his own, fantastic idea, and one of the most unique entertainment events I've ever witnessed in my life. Afterwards, there was a meet and greet. I was able to chat with him for about 2 minutes only, but it was a good time, and it was great to meet Jon and get his DVD autographed I have. So we're here, and it's going to be a great show tonight, and we're looking forward to it. You're not. Have you been to this venue before?
Oh, yes, very
Would you like to say a few words about the Performing Arts Center?
Yes, we've had season tickets since it opened.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Pat Anderson, and I live at Manasquan, New Jersey. And I've been coming to the PAC since they started, since they opened up. We have season tickets. It's wonderful. It's a great place to come. Safe, wonderful parking, and I recommend it highly.
They really have beautiful grounds. We've been walking around. It's just gorgeous here.
I know, isn't it nice? Really,
it really is. Yeah.
I know. We have one of the bricks over there. We bought one of the bricks when we first.
Oh, very nice.
They did that as a fundraiser, so we bought one of the bricks, and we've been coming, and we have a great time.
Well, that's a fantastic contribution. This is a very, very nice place. We're looking forward to going in tonight.
Good. I think you'll enjoy the concert.
We're in the last row center, so it's perfect, and I'm thrilled to be here.
You know, from all the way up top, you can see the whole stage. Definitely. Yep. Have you been inside before?
Not this theater, just...
Other theaters?
Yes. Well, the other one here. This is the smaller theater, correct?
This is the Victoria, yes,
right,
and it's my first time at this venue.
So.
And have you seen...
Exciting. Are you kidding? It was great.
Have you seen Jon Anderson before?
It was a long time ago. So now I've been going to, like, the other Yes... or the best, the Yes band.
Correct. Yep. The regular band.
Like 3 shows.
Oh, good.
In the past 2 years. So he kept buying the tickets, and then he had to work, so I'd get to go, and I'd take my brother or whatever. So I got to see a bunch of them. Well, the first time I saw him, I was distracted by his white pants. That was all I could say. I was like, "What's with the white pants?" Then he was like, I got used to it, and, so it was okay, but that was... Actually, it was probably a, subconscious thing.
Well,
I'm Bill. I'm from Roseland, New Jersey.
All the way from Roseland. Going to be a great show tonight.
Yes, great, beautiful NJPAC in Newark, New Jersey.
Have you been to this venue before?
Not the little theater. The big theater I've been to, which is wonderful, and this is the first time in the little theater.
Okay, great. How was the large theater? Was it really large inside, or?
It was perfect.
The large theater is a 3,000 seat theater. It's a nice bed of it's a nice venue. They did a nice job at this place.
Great. The grounds are beautiful outside.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a nice place to come to. Don't let Newark scare you away.
Absolutely. Now let's get on to Jon Anderson. That's why we're all here tonight. Let's see. What's your thoughts on Jon's current tour?
Well, we all love Jon, and we've loved him for the past 40 years. Mm-hmm. From the various tours with Yes and Vangelis and his own thing coming that he did. I just am really upset that he left Yes due to I know he had health problems. Mm-hmm. But now he's touring, so you kind of get left it between why isn't he with the original team?
Right. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories, a lot of different possibilities, a lot of rumors out there as to what's going on. One of the stories I heard, he was ill in the hospital. They replaced him without his knowledge, and he's upset about it. And I don't think he wants to go back.
Well, that's on the other rumor mill. I heard he was fired. Because he was sick. They postponed the tour, then he came on back, and then it's like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. So these are all a part of the rumor mill that I'm not privy to that information.
Absolutely. Most of us don't know, but, somebody does. And either way, it's fine. Jon's going to move on. Jon's a fantastic entertainer, whether he's with Yes, whether he's doing it solo, whether he's doing it Vangelis, it doesn't matter. The guy is absolutely phenomenal. He's a historic musical entertainer, and no matter what he does, it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, Jon's an icon, and has been for ages.
Absolutely. Name that one Yes song that just does it for you.
Oh, Close to the Edge.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Same here. Well, hopefully we'll hear some of that tonight.
I hope so. It should be a good show.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for coming on.
To all you so-called sound engineers out there, get your mixes good. I've been to so many shows. She had me go see The Dead. I was like, I'm not a real Deadhead, but I'd enjoy a good mix. Mm-hmm. Horrible.
Makes a big difference.
It was horrible. No keyboards, no drums, 2 hours into the show until the keyboard and drum solo. Now, I saw Yes in Asia at the Wellmont. 2 horrible mixes. I'm a sound engineer myself.
You are? Okay. He knows. Guy who knows that.
But the thing is, I think myself as another member of the band, as these other guys should. And there's a bunch of guys out there that are doing the jobs that don't belong behind a console.
It's a fact. We were just noticing the other night some imperfections, sort of. And we had a good conversation because I don't know the whole setup. I'm still learning the inside. We were able to witness Jason Bonham warming up, and we noticed that the guy from the soundboard is right at the soundboard, but they don't have different people in different spots in the venue when they do that mix. So they're going all from one location.
Well, but even then, a lot of times, I could throw peanuts at the engineer. So I'm right in his zone. I can see being way off. I'm a realist. But if they're on stage and they're playing the instrument, you should be able to hear that instrument. And there's also the little flourishes that go on in. When you're, back in the day, when you were zoning out, you're listening to all these little intricacies of the mix.
Absolutely.
And you want to hear all that stuff. And you have, you got to be into it.
Yeah, but then you know what I say? Oh, then go up and tell them. It's like, what do you, so usually we'll get seats there and then you can just turn your head. It's like, okay.
And the dirty looks.
Well, whatever. Well, you know what it was? The Wellmont at the beginning, I was like, it never sounded good. It didn't. It really didn't.
Well, actually, here's the thing. Bill Maher, not a musical event. Saw Bill Maher at the Wellmont. One SM58 going into a 5D, into a Vertec rig. Mic cut out 3 times. A hardwired 58 and the system cut out 3 times.
Wow.
Not a good track record.
My name is Glenn Benjamin. I'm from Airmont, New York. I've been a Yes fan since the early 70s, and I love Jon's voice. I love his music, but I'm really disappointed that Yes didn't bring them together. And I was reading an interview recently where he seemed to be pretty unhappy that he's not involved with them, especially with them making an album now without him, which is like unbelievable.
It really is. In many ways, it's so disheartening.
Yeah, it's shocking because, he's at that stage. They're all at this stage where you want to go one more time around, make maybe one more album, and just, complete the career. He even mentioned, to cap it off, because when Magnification came out, I think it came out on 9/11, to be exact. And it was like, from there, it went down. Yeah, it came out that Tuesday, and it was like wiped off the map, and it was a good album. And they just couldn't click after that because Rick was sick, and then he got together with Rick, and they did stuff together. And Steve's now between Asia and Yes, and with that other guy, Benoit or whatever, Benjamin Benoit or whatever. I don't want to see that. I'm disappointed. It's like it's like a great career, and then a bad finale because you have such a good band, even though they're not in the Hall of Fame yet, which is another whole story, which is ridiculous. 2 bands that aren't in it, like Rush, who just did Time Machine Tour, which is great. Saw that for the second time. And now you have, Yes, 2 bands that are not in, and you have these garbage individuals. I mean, I shouldn't say garbage, But like you have rappers and other, that's not rock and roll. I won't even go to the Hall of Fame. If you put me in, I wouldn't enter the doors with these two bands not in there. I won't go. I refuse to go. Because somebody saw I was wearing a Rush shirt yesterday, and the guy walked up to me and says, "That's a nice shirt. Who's Rush?" He had to be like my age. I said, "Oh, don't you listen to music?" And it was like everything. There's no music to this. There's no radio. There's nothing. It's so fragmented and so bad that if bands like Yes or the good bands can't break today. That's the one band I like that's really good. It's kind of young, but they've been around for a while. It's Porcupine Tree, who I first saw here, opening up for Yes. Oh, I guess in 2000. I can't remember what year it was. First time I was ever here. This is only the second time I've been here. So
how is it inside?
Inside the theater, it's a nice theater, standard theater. Because I've seen him at his last tour, John. I saw him at the BB King, but I didn't like it. It was too tight. There were like people hanging over you, and he played there last week. I said, "No, let me go to this place," because I saw yesterday I liked it, so I figured I'd come back.
Great. Have you heard a lot about the tour he's doing now?
I haven't heard anything about it. I figured I'd go in cold. I know I watch all the websites and read all the stuff. I said, no, let me go in cold and see what he does. Because when he does solo stuff, he even says he works harder than he did with Yes. And when I saw him a couple times at Count Basie, he was a really funny guy. And he told one story about meeting Vangelis for the first time, which was the best because he says, he greeted him at the door with a bow and arrow. And he turned around and he shot it at an archery target, missed the target, and went out the window into some Paris street. And he said, I gotta love this guy. And so he was telling these little stories. It was like, that's a good story. You can imagine being in the middle of a Paris street and seeing the Vangelis arrow coming at you.
Some of the rock and roll stories out there are just phenomenal, aren't they?
Yes.
John is a true entertainer. I'm sure he's got a lot of great stuff in store for us tonight. Really looking forward to the show.
Absolutely, yeah. Because when he was here last time, and I think when he was in Count Basie, he was jamming. He played on the harp. That he was like jamming like he would jam on a guitar. I don't know if he has it anymore because I remember he sold one of them, but he was like just going off, and it was like he's playing a harp like he'd play, a bass guitar or a regular electric guitar. Like he was going off on. Like you said, he plays hard when he's by himself. He works hard.
Really does. It's amazing that he can create all those sounds.
It's good that he's still around because he had bad health. I think the last tour when I saw him at BB King last time, he said he had the broken back. He was hanging Christmas trees. Those domestic accidents, they'll get you all the time. Mm-hmm. And then he had COPD or whatever, bronchitis, where he almost died. So I was like, so it's good that he's around. These guys they're not getting younger. We're not getting younger, but I like you saw with Rush and you saw with Yes the last time they played. You see a lot of little kids, and you see them with their parents, and they say, "Wow, these guys are good." It's like, oh, if you only knew. Justin Bieber, I know people like that teenage stuff, but when you see musicians like you saw with Yes, and you can look at it when you're old and you can say, you know what, I got to see modern Beethovens. Like the people who lived during their time, obviously they didn't have video, didn't have tapes, I was like, geez, I got to see these guys. Oh, maybe they'll be around in a couple 100 years. 200 years from now, Lady Gaga won't be remembered, but you'll be able to play Fragile or a Jon Anderson album in whatever media they use, and go, damn, that guy was good.
And you know what? 200 years from now, you're going to be able to go on frontrowdave.com. You're going to be able to see fan interviews like this. You're going to be able to see thousands of photos, thousands of reviews, different videos, all from different concerts throughout history. Frontrowdave.com, going to be the one place to document music history. Thanks, man. That was great. That was